This is the second generation. And after their observation, of course, we need to do briefing, and that's come out from our teachers again. It's so difficult. It's not easy. So first one, the time. I wrote that for 3 times because that's really important. If you need to prepare 6 to 4 tasks for 2 periods, no teacher wanna do that. Maybe just for this time, no next time, because that's too tiresome. And actually, our local teacher and foreign teachers will teach different content. Local teachers has textbook, but foreign teachers will teach school-based. Actually, we're teaching about farm. So the topic, the content are totally different. So how can we integrate different content in the same lesson? That will make this really difficult. And then 3, too much to prepare, I just said, and co-teacher's role, we just mentioned. In general, co-teaching style, in Taiwan, just probably is the first one and second one. One teach, one observe, or one teach, one drift. But in this style, 2 teachers have to teach at the same time. So we don't get used to in this kind of model. So teachers will get confused. Who will be the class now? This causes the problem because we don't know. We didn't have that experience before this. And different teaching styles, and I just said. So we got all these problems. Yes?
What is the average size of one of your classes? How many students?
34.
34?
Yes.
Okay. How long is your lessons? Each lesson?
40 minutes.
40 minutes?
Yes. I think that's the same, right? About the same here.
Similar, yeah, similar.
So we just try to make the class smaller, but it's difficult because we got foreign teachers in our school. All the parents want to move in. That's the same everywhere in Taiwan. Teachers adore foreign teachers.
You mean parents adore foreign teachers?
Yeah.
Okay.
They think foreign teachers will bring better education, and I believe so, I believe you. But not all. So that's why our classroom are always crowded, because all the parents try to move in our school. But thanks for foreign teachers, actually. But we still think when I share the experience to other schools teachers, they will think, you should give up. It's impossible for teachers to prepare 8 tasks for 2 periods. But for kids, for that smiling face, remember that picture? We didn't give up. Just think how to make it easier for teachers to prepare. So that's the 3rd generation of our station teaching.
So we're Homer Simpson, apparently.
What?
Homer Simpson.
Not yet. I'll talk about him later. So this time, we just divide our class into 2 tiers, only 2 different levels, high and low. And for high-level students, they will work independently first, and then they will bring their works to discuss with the teachers. So that's me, independent, and then teacher lead-centered. And for low-level kids, they will go to teacher-centered first. And teachers can preload the vocabularies or sentence patterns. They will have the background knowledge before they move into independent sentence. So we work in this style. So as you can see the seating chart, in first rotation, both teachers will work with lower level kids. And then after 20 minutes, these kids will move to independent work center. So like lower group 1 will foreign teacher, independent work, local teacher, independent work. So in 2 periods, they will finish the lesson. And this is the picture of the while they were doing observations, both teachers with the lower students first. And during this model, how many? Oh, before I talk to that, I got one story, or actually shame on that, but I still want to share. During this observation, there's one kid fell asleep. Can you imagine that? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 teachers observing that class, but one kid fell asleep. That's our fault. Because we need to ask them why, because for each station they got 20 minutes to work on their own work. Well, how can you fall asleep? But when I checked his worksheet, he completed everything. And everything's correct. So the task is too easy for him. He's so bored. So the only thing he can do is just sleep. So this causes problems. So we need to talk about this. So on teacher's reflection, we need to do more. 2 tiers is not enough for our kids. We got 34. Only 2 is to rough, is not specific that level. So we change to 3 tiers: high, middle, and low. 3 probably be better. And then the teachers remind us we need to focus more on low-level learners, because some slow learners, they cannot do independent work at all. They need teachers facilitate all the time. So we need to focus on that too. And number 3 is lesson design should meet students' need more specifically, that I just mentioned. That's too easy for kids. If that's too difficult, no one can do that. Then that's not good either. Then number 4, the topic should be more relevant between stations. As you can see, the 4 stations is totally different. It's totally independent. I work this for 20 minutes, then I'll do something else. It's not relevant, but it's not good for the learning, for the station flow. It's not really the connecting to each stations. So we got all these reflections from teachers. Should we give up? No, guys, Homer Simpson. No, we still want to try, so we tried it again. So now I'm sharing the 4th generation of station teaching. Now it's Homer Simpson. Is it a good human?
No.
I agree with you. He's not good. Just like us, we are not perfect yet. That's just how far we go. But we are not perfect. We're just like Homer Simpson. I'm dressed still.
Homer Simpson's just mean and inappropriate.
And so this is what we did for this time. So this time we divide students into 3 tiers. This is high, middle, low. And teachers need to prepare 4 different tasks, from easy to difficult ones. As you can see, the color is green, red, blue, and the most difficult one is yellow. So let's take a look at the low-level group. They will go to teacher lead center first. Teacher will do guided reading. And after 20 minutes, they will move to independent centers. Now this time they were doing speaking. Actually, that's a scam that's relevant to the reading materials. And on the second day, first rotation, the lower level kids still will go to teacher-led center first. Teacher will do guided writing. After 20 minutes, they will do independent writing. So actually for low-level kids, they will have teachers facilitate all the time. Why all the time? Because during second rotation, only foreign teacher will talk to one group. And local teachers will work around the groups to facilitate. So that's mean 4 stations. They always have teachers facilitating. So you can see the seating chart. Right. At first rotation, both lower groups will work with teachers. And then after 20 minutes, they will go back to their desk and doing independent work. And during this time, the middle or the high groups will go to foreign teachers center. They will talk about what just did, what I just write, what I just wrote, and they have a conversation speaking class. And at this time, local teachers will just work around the groups to facilitate. Well, here we go. We did it. We've tried many times and many different models. And we work out the lesson plans together. We prepare all the materials together. And we did the preparation, observation, and reflections together. And actual reflections is really important if you want to make your class better. And this led to adjustments and implementations in the rest of the classes. We not only do this once, we prepare the lesson so hard, so difficult. Of course, we want to teach all the grades the same class, the same lessons. So they come to observe my class for the first time, and we talk about that, and we do a little adjustment, and they will bring back to their own class, and they will teach exactly the same class. Alright, it's almost the end of my presentation. Now let's do this again. That's the pros test. What's collaborative teaching? Let's do this again, true or false. So number 1, co-teaching is simply about 2 teachers teaching in the same class? False. Good job. My answer is false too. And then number 2, co-teaching is 2 teachers teaching the same content at the same time? Still false? I think it's partly true. Sometimes we did that. And then number 3, co-teaching is 2 teachers teaching totally different content at the same time. True, but in station teaching with different totally content at the same time. So partly this is true. And number 4, co-teaching is 1 teacher teaching and 1 teacher grading the books.
False.
Of course, this is false. This is not co-teaching, just someone sit in your classroom. This is not right at all. And since I got time, I want to share something.
USB?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you've never seen this before. Sorry, I didn't have it in my USB, but that's fine. If we got chance, we can share that.
Oh, come on, I'll show you. Which one is that? So,
That's fine.
you see this stuff?
So this is almost the last page. So there's a quotation from Ken Blanchard. None of us is as smart as all of us. So if you can work with your team really well, say everything is possible. So we just need to work as ants, right? So thank you. This is my today's share.
We have Daisy here has something interesting to share. Last year we had a teacher, Linda. She did station. She We didn't know it was station teaching, but that's exactly what she did in the Wednesday International Cultural class, and it was a great success. So Daisy thought she would like to share what the teacher did.
So last year, our teacher Linda, she has a class. It's called international class. So this is like an open mic class for the foreign teacher because she needs to design her. She doesn't have any textbook, so she needs to think about what she's going to do during her class. So because it's more about the culture, so she divided she will give okay, so the student is you need to choose a country and to introduce your country you choose. Then because they will have the final presentation at the last day in the semester. So what Linda did, she during the class time, she separated kids in 3 groups, and she will bring to our computer lab. So 3 groups, actually 1 group, they will do the searching by themselves on the computer. So teacher Linda taught students how to search on the computer. Second part, maybe they were doing some crafts. Then the third part, because all of English village we have the iPad, so she used the iPad with the app. It's called Nearport. So she do some slide on the Nearport, and she can control that group of students. And after 15 minutes, there was one. So actually, during one class, the students they are doing three kinds of activities. Yeah. So I think that because all of our English village have the iPads, so the foreign teachers have been thinking about so maybe we can use the iPad into our class as well. Yeah. That's it. That should be the end, right? Or you have any questions?
If you have
If you have questions?
If you have any questions.
Yeah?
I'm curious, that slide near the... Oh, my microphone's not necessary, actually. In the slide near the end, you had, 3 tiers and 4 rotations, representing 12 different tasks that you were going to ask the kids to do at some point or another. I'm curious about your classroom management as you get to that point. What do you... what does that look like? How are you communicating to the kids what they're supposed to be doing and when? What does your whiteboard look like, or what
Okay.
system you set up?
So before we're doing this, of course we need to train the kids well, how to behave themselves well. So actually they will practice how to rotate between stations. So they will just practice stand up, rotate, and then just move to another table. I mean, they need to practice this too. And about the class management is really important, and we struggle with that too. Because when we design the board game, the kids are always too loud because they are so excited when they play the board game, and actually that really will interfere other groups, because while other groups are doing speaking center or reading center, they need quiet. But when we design the board game center, they play so loud. That's really make us trouble. We got this problem too. But as I just said, if you can prepare the lesson properly, and the kids willing to challenge that task, they won't play along. But as that kid I mentioned, he fell asleep in class. Actually, he's a good kid. He didn't try to make trouble. I have nothing to do, so I just slept. But if that's different kids, probably they will try to fight or try to find something bad. So I cannot tell you how we manage a class, but the very important thing is we need to prepare the lesson properly for students' level. As long as they can do it, actually most of the kids, they're willing to challenge themselves. They want to do that correct. They want to get teachers' not attention. Get teachers
Approval?
say approval, yes. So if we can prepare the lesson properly, actually most of the kids will do that.
Okay, but how do you communicate that? I guess I'm wondering specifically about the groups that are doing an independent task. Is there somebody telling them orally what the task is, or is it written down somewhere?
Oh, okay. We will prepare the task card on their desk. When they go to that center, just read, oh, I'm going to we'll play board game, and the rule is, blah, blah, they will read that before teacher go to their stations. So the task card is really important, but we didn't have that for the first 3 generation. We didn't know about that until we go to about another workshop, and then when they do teachers training, they have jigsaw activities and actually prepare the task card on desk. And we bring this idea back to our station teaching, and that works because kids will read first. Yeah?
Just curious, how many types of games do you use?
Game?
Yeah, games.
Thousands. All kinds of different, because we teach different grades, so we'll prepare we will have different content and prepare different games. And the most important thing for station teaching, don't use anything new.
Okay, I guess what I was asking was is it an example of a good game that you like? What's your favorite one?
I don't have the material now. I actually can print. If we want to talk about games, we'll probably need another 3 hours for that. But for example, in the last lesson I've designed, foreign teachers teach 淡水, the history of our town. And in local teachers' task book, we teach past tense. So the integrative of the content is the past of 淡水. So we wrote about the message about the past of 淡水. And kids have to read it because they've done the past tense and then they've done something about 淡水. And in that message, they will see something about 淡水 in the past and present. So I just ask kids to circle something about past and something is from present. And I designed that game code to kick it out. I don't have it here. Otherwise, can I take a look at that? If I'm lucky, I will have it. Actually, I have it. Oh, not this one. This is my lesson plan and seating chart. As you see, let's go through this. This is the content about the past of 淡水. Actually, that's called 淡水not then. So the kids need to read through this. So for lower level kids, they will go through this with teachers. And the kids need to find out there were, there was, that's for the past tense, and these are all past. It should be there are, there is. And after that, did that, I'll design this game called Kick It Out. Alright, this is a little different from what I say, but it's similar. If that's their word, then they put the words in the in the white one. And if that's their weren't, they put the words in the blue ones. And they will fill all the vocabularies here. So when the kids play this game, 4 kids in one group. So each kids will have, I'll prepare 4 different colors of snowflakes or coins or just different colors. So each student will have 4. So like, for example, I have 4 red ones. And my team member, yes?
Because they have poker chips in those 5NT shops. They have 4 colors of poker chips.
Oh.
You can use them for all kinds of things.
Okay, good. And because we have all these in set. So that's mean I'll prepare 16 of snowflakes and 4 different colors. For example, I'm red, so I put here, just randomly, you can put whatever you like. Just like right here, right there, there. And when we start to play the game, the kids just take turns to roll the dice. So I try to roll dice if that's 2. I can pick any of my snowflake. For example, I choose this one and we'll go like clockwise. So if I throw to 2, I move 1, 2. And this is the words, right? For example, this is iPads. So I will say there weren't any iPads. So I can kick this. There was someone here. There was someone here. I can kick it out. So who will win the game? You got the most snowflake on the board, you win the game.
Ah, like chicken run.
Yes, actually the idea is from that game.
Okay.
So the kids need to design their game board, and then they play the game together. And I like this one because you can use any of sentences. Just let the kids to practice. You can just change it in any topic. Like you want to teach not colors. Colors fine because you just write out the vocabularies here. They just read what color do you like. I like blue, and they kick that. So this game code kick that. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you.